If you're thinking about relocating to Hampton Roads and you're looking in the Suffolk, Virginia market and you're desiring new construction or even newer resale homes, then I got the neighborhood for you. That's Planter Stations. In 2023, we talked about Planter Stations over in Suffolk, Virginia off of Godwin Boulevard near downtown Suffolk. When we talked about how this community I could see in a few years was going to be one of the best neighborhoods across the board in Suffolk, Virginia. Well, that has now rung true even more now that the Publix has opened, the strip mall next to Publix has opened. Now you've added a McDonald's in the same neighborhood as well too, and now that neighborhood is looking more prosperous with more homes actually being fully built out and homeowners now taking possession of their properties. This community is going to be jam-packed, and I'm excited to talk to you about everything that's going on with the pricing, with the lots, the future phases that's still available for you, and everything else that's taking place around that community. So let's jump into everything that you need to know about Planter Stations in 2025. And if this is your first time joining us, welcome into the Moving in NORFOLK channel. I'm your host, Craig Houston, and I love talking to you about any and everything dealing with the Hampton Roads market, and especially in Suffolk, Virginia. So if this is what you're looking for, I want to encourage you to go ahead and subscribe to the channel and ring that notification bell so that way you can be the first to learn about any and everything that's going on in the Suffolk, Virginia market, and subsequently Hampton Roads as well. And I get phone calls and text messages from viewers like you each and every week, and I love every single moment of it. Whether you're looking to move in 9 days or regardless if you're thinking about moving in 90 days, we're ready and equipped to help you make that smooth move to Suffolk, Virginia. So pick up your phone, go ahead right now, give me a call, shoot me a text at 757-294-8163, and we look forward to helping you make that smooth move to the Virginia market. Let's get into everything that you want to know about Planter Station. When I talk about Planter Stations in 2023, I knew that at the moment in time when I walked through this neighborhood, I already knew what to expect in a few years from now, that this was going to be a gem of a community because of the situation that you could easily see. Location, and more location is really what I thought about when it came to this community. Not only does it have the close proximity to Publix that you can already see, but also just being in the heartbeat of what I consider downtown Suffolk, Godwin Boulevard. This community gives you the streamline that you would love for a close proximity to the highway on Highway 58. It also gives you the opportunity, if you're thinking about relocating here for work at Centera Hospital, you're in a close adjacent community to Centera Hospital. You actually have Children's Hospital King's Daughters Pediatric Center right across the street from them. And then also you're starting to see more businesses prosper and actually look to relocate around this community now that there's a major subdivision off of Godwin Boulevard. This makes a lot of sense to me, and this is what you're seeing right now take place with the price increases that we've seen subsequently from that neighborhood being built out. When I said this at that point in time, you're now seeing that price now starting to even creep up even more and may even slip over into the 600 plus range. Right now, you still have time to take advantage of the market. But here's what we need to do. We need to talk about in comparison to what Planter Station now offers you as an average home in that market versus what is going on in Suffolk, Virginia overall. So let's take a look at the stats and tell the tale of the tape here now. When you look at Planter Stations, you're going to see that the median sold price right now is about $517,600. Now, if you're talking about this on the same pace as Suffolk, Virginia across this board of time, you'll see that Suffolk, Virginia comes in about $400,000 for median sold price. Now, the price per square foot per home in Planter Station is going to come in around about $208.40. In comparison to Suffolk, that's about $195.98. And then you talk about median days on market for a resale home in Planter Stations, you're looking at about 8 days on market, while you're looking at about 24 days subsequently across the board for the city of Suffolk as well. And the average size home in Planter Station is going to be about 2,500 square feet in comparison to about 2,150 square feet for the rest of Suffolk as well too. Now, Planter Station may come off as showing you that it's a little bit more expensive, but that's for a good reason. You're already getting a new construction home, and you already know, if you've been paying attention to anything with the economy, that new construction building is actually a little bit more expensive just for the situational awareness of getting lumber and materials into the home, and in certain cases even certain type of equipment, depends on where it's coming from. Now, also, when you take this into consideration as well, you got to think about when you're looking at this marketplace right now, you're having less overhead expense when you move into this home. You get a 1-year warranty from the builder, so anything that breaks from systems and anything dealing with anything with the property itself is going to be covered under 1-year builder grade warranty. Beyond that, you get a 10-year structural warranty as well from just a new builder situation as well. But then also, even with these systems, you're still going to have warranties in place for these systems that's going to be beyond the 1 year from the builder, because now these appliances like your HVAC, your electrical system, your plumbing, all these things are going to be newer, and they're going to be up to the newest effective building codes that's effective for your market. So this is why I think this is going to show you where, yeah, you may be spending a little bit more, but you really don't have to come too much more out of pocket, especially if you're building it from the ground up, where you are actually building that house up to the specs that you want in lieu of what you can actually get from a resale home, but also you're putting your own spin on it when you're building it from scratch. It's going to make you feel a lot more comfortable with the price tag that comes along with it as well. So let's talk about incentives, because really and truly, everybody knows, if you're looked at any new construction videos, or if you talk to any new construction builders, you always know there's going to be incentives that's going to take place as well too. Well, let's talk about the incentives that you get when comes down to purchases the home in Planner Station. Planner Station is offering $7,500 in closing cost assistance when you go with their preferred builder's lender. And when it also comes to Planner Stations, if you're a military personnel, active duty retired veteran, or even if you're an educator or first responder, they're allowing for you to do $1,000 earnest money deposit down towards the house to actually move forward with going under contract, getting the incentives of the $7,500 closing cost assistance, and securing your loan for financing and finishing the build and actually moving into the home. So this gives you the lowest amount of money out of pocket up front to get to the closing table with your new build at home as well too. Now also, you can put a fence up. I know a lot of people always wonder, is the fences allowed in these subdivision communities? And this one is going to be allowable as well too, but it's going to have to be approved by the homeowners association as well. Now the homeowners association fees are going to be about $48 a month, and already, like I said before, you get that extra feel of just knowing that you're in the same community with your own grocery store, that you don't have to really worry about going out of the community for if you just need a quick run to the store to get the local amenities that you need. Now let's talk about the site plan, because we need to talk about that too. And right now we're in phase 5. It's just now opening up. There are some of the deeper lots with reduced rear facing neighbors. It's going to be perfect for screen porches, play sets, or just privacy as a whole. Now, if you're looking at the site map online right now, you're seeing that the red on this map means that everything is already sold that's red. But phase 3 is almost gone. Phase 3B and phase 3C is closing out as we speak, and they're closing out fast. This is why I think there needs to be urgency. If you're thinking about this community could be an ideal fit for you, give me a call, shoot me a text, and I can get over to Planner Stations, get you a virtual tour with a home that may be already in inventory, or if you want to just talk to the builder and talk to the site agent, where we can work out getting you spec'd out the way that you need for this community. Or if you just want me to do a walk-in tour with you to make you get that POV of your own of this community, I think that's something that we can do, and we do a great job at it. So this is why I want to go ahead and encourage you to give me a call at 757-294-8163, so that way that we can help you land the house that you think may be the ideal fit for you before they're all gone. Now that we already know that Publix is there, we know that McDonald's is there, let's talk about some of the other local amenities right now. Right now, you're starting to see construction take place across the street from Planner Stations. And I know the Suffolk Facebook group is probably up in the uproar about this, but Godwin Boulevard is about to get a little bit more busier. When we talk about First Watch, it's actually coming to the neighborhood as well too. This is a breakfast brunch type restaurant that actually gives you that local feel during the day. That if you want to just stop in real quick for a quick bite, get you some coffee, get you some juice, get you a mimosa, whatever you're looking for, they're going to have there as well. But then now they're opening up a Chipotle off of Godwin Boulevard as well too. And who knows what else may be coming to the local marketplace as Godwin Boulevard continues to develop out. Now, also, when I think about this marketplace right here, you thinking about, if you're looking for the coffee shops, you're going to have some that's in close proximity here as well. Starbucks is also about another 3 to 5 minutes away from this neighborhood on a quick drive. And you have other items, other opportunities here, and continue to travel down as you continue to travel downtown Suffolk. So when it comes to this community, I also want you to remember that you do have one of the major hospital complexes in the area as well, with Centera Obeche Hospital being right across the street as well from Planter Station. Now, who is this neighborhood for? I think that when I think about this neighborhood, I also can see that this neighborhood is going to be great for PCS relocators in the military community. See, what I think about this is that a lot of times military members don't want to have too much upkeep that they really need to do with the home, especially if you're only here for a quick 3-year tour or maybe even a 5-year tour if you can extend it out that long. The reason why I think that's important to note is because when you get a new construction home like this with the systems already being in great shape from the get-go, having that 1-year warranty, especially on major systems, and then still having extended warranties with some of these units as well too, this allows for you to have a lot more room to not have to deal with the peace of mind of having that peace of mind, knowing that you don't have to deal with any of the things that comes with a home that may be built in 1980, 2015, 2005, that may be coming up on some of these things having to be retaken care of. Now, what I also like about this community is that same mentality that I held with the military PCS relocators, that applies to first-time home buyers as well too, because this is your first home. You want to be at ease knowing that you have a peace of mind, knowing that you don't have to do too many things that's taken over with this property, because I think that's important to note. Thirdly, I think this is for people who are looking for equity-bound growth in their home. I think when you come to new construction communities and you're in one that's going to be booming and it's going to be prosperous, I think that this is one of the things that you really need to look at as well too. This community has been growing steadily year over year for the last 2 years, and you're seeing that the values will continue to trend higher each year, and we already seen in comparison to how much higher they are in comparison to the whole city of Suffolk in conjunction. When it comes down to this, I think what really happens here is that right now the peak story has not yet happened yet. When the community is fully developed out, I think we'll be at the crust then of the peak, but then at that point in time we just got to see how the rest of the area in Suffolk as a whole continue to move forward in growth, which we're seeing steady growth year over year across the board when it comes to Suffolk, Virginia. Now, with this community being what it is now, and all the elements that's actually comprising this community and everything that's taking place around it, you're starting to see that the values of these homes are starting to steadily increase even more. Now that we're in phase 5 of this community build, I really think what you're going to see now is that growth story is about to accelerate to the highest point that it should be at, and then it's going to start steadily creeping up over time, piece by piece, every month. So take advantage of this right now if this is a community for you, because I really and truly right now, the story was told in 2023 that the growth was going to be exponential, but right now we're just not at the full tilt of that story. But right now we're starting to approach the runway for takeoff on how much growth is left in Planter Station's equity. And for those who are moving in right now, you still can get on that train now and take advantage of the equity bound growth that's going to happen in this community as well too. Now that I told you who this community is for, let's talk about who this community is not for. If you're looking for half-acre lots, if you're looking for historical charm, if you're looking for not a cookie cutter community where all the homes are going to look very similar to each other, this may not be the community for you. There's other opportunities in this marketplace where we could talk about those homes as well too, and I would love to help you with those. So don't feel discouraged. I love helping you with that as well, but I just want to make sure that we detail who this community is not for if we're going to highlight who it is for. So let's talk about what's going on with inventory in this market right now and get you over to exactly how you should be picturing how when it comes to the inventory in Suffolk, Virginia. When it comes to Planter Stations, you're going to see that 12 homes sold in the last 12 months. Well, only 4 of those was resale. The rest was builders' new construction in Planter Stations. That's a sign that people who buy here stay here, and that turnover is very low and that demand is high. And homes under $480K are gone in 14 days or less, especially if they are priced right, presented right, and they show the spin of how this community is actually fitting in right now. And then when you talk about the wait, if you wait too long on some of these properties, they will be gone before you blink an eye. And sometimes they're going to be very competitive too. You can expect that most of these homes in Planter Station that's going to come up for resale are going to have more than one offer on them, just because of how new the homes are, how well established the community is, and how good in place the systems are right now in these homes. Which you don't have to worry about roofs. You don't have to worry about the AC. You don't have to worry about having actually window treatment. You don't have to worry about plumbing issues. You don't have to worry about electrical, because all that stuff is up to code, and most of those things have been taken care of by the previous homeowner as you're coming in for resale. So a lot of these are things that's taken off the new buyer's plate in advance, and that's why they're willing to pay top tier dollar for those if those homes are actually in the well positioned manner that they need to be. Also, when we're talking about smart buyer strategies here, you got to think about the long term when it comes to buying into a new community like this, when Planter Station is a new construction community. Once it's built out, you're going to be negotiating with sellers. You're not going to be negotiating with builders. So to me right now, you may be in a more ample opportunity right now to get the type of home that you want and the type of home that you desire, and start to get some of those features for a lower cost out of pocket, dealing with the builder than getting it from a seller, because when those things are actually counted into exactly what's going on with the property itself, you could be paying a bit more of a premium for those same things that you could have got from the builder. But also you got to remember that $208 price per square foot on the median side that we discussed earlier is actually going to be looking like a deal here probably in another 12 months, when we'll probably be sitting around 215 to 225 in that same community, as well as Planter Station continues to close on newer construction homes. So this is one of those things where I think that you got to take it into consideration what you're actually paying for now. Are you getting a deal now, or do you want to actually be paying a little bit more of a premium later? That's the question that you have to figure out for yourself, and we can help and guide you through those things, and want to make sure that we help you as much as we possibly can make the right decision for yourself and your future finances. Then when it comes down to resale, is it already baked in when it comes down to infrastructure, schools, and walkability? I think all these things are going to play a major part, especially with this community being right around the corner from Kingsford High School and Kingsford Middle School. This makes it even more of an appeal and a draw to what you want, because now you're starting to say that everything is right at the foot of my door. I don't really have to go anywhere to do anything majorly from this neighborhood. So I think this is what people have been desiring, and this is what they have now seen, and now that they experience it, this is why I think there's going to be very low turnover in this community going forward and into the foreseeable future. So if you're considering making that move to Planter Stations, or you just want more information that we did not detail in this video or in our 2023 video, definitely feel free to give me a call. I would love to answer any of the questions that you have, just like I do for viewers just like you each and every week. So feel free to give me a call at 757-294-8163. And if you're thinking about that you found value in this content, go ahead and hit us with a like. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel and ring that notification bell, so that way you can be the first to learn about more neighborhoods just like Planter Station as we continue our neighborhood tours around the city. And I definitely want you to understand, at the end of the day, if you need more information on Planter Stations, watch out for this video right here, because this one right here is going to give you everything that you need. It's a good one. I'll catch you in the next video. Y'all stay safe. Peace.